Dear students and working accountants, welcome to my Smart Tally Prime YouTube channel. My name is Babra from Hyderabad. Before entering into the topic today, advice to you, if you follow all the videos in my channel in the same serial order and practice number of times, you will get a very good knowledge and will become expert accountants. So follow the videos in the same order. And then everyone, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you have not already done. Only once you can subscribe. Then click the bell icon and select the all option. You will get notification for all the videos which I upload in my channel. And then share my channel, Smart Tally Prime, with all your friends or everyone who want to learn this about all these subjects. You please share with them, and every video watch till the end without skipping. Don't skip in the middle. If you skip, you cannot understand the practical part, that is practical working on the Tally Prime in the later part. That is why watch till the end, and after watching completely, if the video is good, please like my video, and then at the bottom in the comment section, please definitely post your comment about the video. Okay, now we enter into our topic today. Today our topic is TDS on sale of goods. So in the previous video, we learned about the TDS in the books of the purchaser. If the turnover of last year of the purchaser is more than 60 crores, so this year he has to deduct the tax on the purchases. And even though the seller's turnover is also 10 crores, more than 10 crores, the seller is not required to collect the tax. Only the buyer has to deduct tax from the purchases made. And for each seller, when he is purchasing, for each seller, he has to calculate after 50 lakhs only. So when he is collecting TCS, so for every buyer, the 50 lakhs is limit. Similarly, when the buyer is purchasing the goods, for every seller, the limit is 50 lakhs. So from every seller, he will leave 50 lakhs, he will not calculate any amount, and in excess of 50 lakhs, he will calculate at the rate of 0.1% if there is PAN card. If no PAN number, then it will be 5% for TDS. So he is doing that. So when he is doing that, the same transaction, the seller, he has to show the deduction. So when purchase is deducting that, the seller has to show the amount is deducted in his sales. So he calls it as TDS on sales. Purchaser will say TDS on purchases, seller will say TDS on sales. But the buyer has to calculate and deduct the tax paid to the government under duties and taxes. But for the seller, just it is only an asset to him. He will create the TDS on sales under 94Q as a current asset, because the buyer, after deducting, will pay to the government. It will be with the government till the end of the year, or at the end, that will be adjusted against the income tax of the seller. That is why the seller will call it as TCS on sales, which is a current asset, except that he need not make any settings. He will not calculate the amount. He will not make any settings and all these things. Similarly, I tell you, when the seller is liable to, that is increase, his last year turnover is more than 10 crores, he has to collect the tax. So he will collect the tax called as TCS on sales. The same amount the buyer is paying. So buyer will record in his book as TCS on purchases. It is an asset to him. For the seller, it is liability collect and pay to the government under tax duties and taxes. But the buyer, the TCS paid by him in the invoice is only an asset to him. He will call it as TCS receivable as a current asset. Similarly, if the buyer's turnover last year is more than 10 crores, without bothering about the seller, even though seller's turnover is more than 10 crores or less than 10 crores, is not bothered. Even if it is more than 10 crores, seller cannot collect the tax if the buyer also crosses 10 crores last year. So buyer has to deduct the tax. So the deduction will be available but seller TCS cannot make. The seller cannot make the TCS because 194 section 194Q will override the section 206C1H. So only the buyer has to deduct the tax. Okay. And now when the buyer is deducting the tax and paying to the government under duties and taxes, the same transaction seller is giving the goods, selling the goods. So but the seller also has to record from his amount it is deducted. So the seller has to record in his books as the TDS receivable. TDS receivable means receivable from the government. Receivable brackets you can write as sales, receivable on sales. So TDS receivable brackets on sales or TDS receivable section 194Q. Except that asset he will create as an asset TDS receivable on sales or TDS receivable within bracket sales. Except that account he has to create as an asset. That's all. Except that he did not do any settings or he did not do enable anything. So we'll go to his books here. TDS on sale of goods. Here, if you go to create a new company, so company creation is the same. Company creation is same. Okay. And then after creating the company or existing company, we'll go to, if you create the company, after creation, it will go to F11 features. Otherwise, it is existing company means we will go to the F11 features by clicking F11. F11 features are going. Now here you see all the settings are okay. Same thing. And we have to enable only the GST ledger. That is the GST details only we have to enable. That's all. And after that, TDS, nothing we have to do because we are not calculating or not going to calculate any TDS. We are not calculating deduct and pay. So it's only asset to us. So we need that activate the TDS also. That's all. Ordinary entries. That's all. So he is selling the goods. He will make only the sales entry. No need to see here. If you go to alter, see there is no statutory master at all. Statute details are there. That's all. No statutory master, nature of payment, all this. Because we are not enabling anything. Just simply we will go to the voucher. We will go to the sales entry. So for example, 1st April, sales entry we are making. So we are making sales entry and also we can give the common ledger also because we are not calculating. If you are anybody, either seller TCS, buyer TDS, they are calculating, then this common ledger should not be here. Common ledger should be no, and it will be shown in the inside after entering the amount for the stock items. After entering the stock items, it will ask you the purchase or sales ledger. So that is called, because after that, the calculation to be made. For the calculation, TCS nature of payment or nature of goods or TDS nature of payment, it will ask you, there it will calculate the tax. That is why we have to. Here, we are not doing anything. Ordinary sales entry, we will write till the end. So, common ledger also we will take. For example, we purchase from sales sold to X and Co. Okay, accept. And then sales ledger, accept. Then, for example, item A. Item A we are selling. We are selling item A. Date is 1st April. Okay. Item A we are selling. For example, one piece we are selling. Here, the rate is, for example, 65 lakhs. The amount is 65 lakhs is the amount. So in this case, and then we will put the 65 lakhs taxable value, then CGST we will put and SGST we will put. Okay. So CGST and SGST we are putting. We are charging that. And now, after this, so the buyer, so in this case, this is the sales for us. The same thing is purchase for the seller, buyer. So buyer, when he is purchasing this, on the taxable value, he will calculate the TDS in excess of 50 lakhs. Here, the amount is in excess of 50 lakhs. So 65 lakhs minus 50 lakhs will be 15 lakhs. On 15 lakhs, he has to collect the tax. On 15 lakhs, he has to collect the tax. Or you can take it as, in the Telugu version, I gave 56 lakhs. So if it is 56 lakhs, so here, item A. So it is one item, 56 lakhs, and here CGST, SGST. And after that, so we have to create an asset that is called as TDS receivable because we have to receive that. receivable within brackets you can write purchases, or you can simply TDS receivable on purchases, section 94Q. We can write like this. Okay, we have to put this and we have to show that account, and then here we have to enter the amount, because here it will not calculate automatically because we are not doing any settings. We are not making any settings, so it will not calculate. We have to put it manually till it crosses the limit, that is exemption limit. After that, we can make automatic. We can make automatic after the crossing that, because if you make automatic, it will calculate on the total amount. Because till it reaches 60, it crosses 50 lakhs, we have to put manually. So here, how much you will calculate? So on 15 lakhs, 0.1% will be 1500. So 1500 rupees he will deduct. We know that he will deduct. So we have to give manually 1500. We can give. Okay. That's all, because we are deducting the exemption amount, and excess amount only we are calculating. That is, the X amount is only, sorry, 60, not 65, 56. Sana. Amount is 56 lakhs. Sorry, then I put 65,000. So 56 lakhs means so balance 50 lakhs is exempted, only 6 lakhs. On the 6 lakhs, 0.1% is 6 lakhs, 0.1% is, it is 600 rupees. So we have to put here 600 rupees we have to show. So if you give manually, if we make automatic, it will calculate the tax on the total amount, 5,600 rupees it will calculate on 56 lakhs. That's why till it reaches the limit, we have to give manually. And later after that, from next bill onwards, till the year ending, for any bill, whatever amount may be, even it is 1,000 or 10,000, we will charge the TDS will be deducted by the buyer. That is why we will show the TDS. But here it is more than the limit. So the limit, we are exempting the exemption amount, excess only, on the excess only we are calculating. So like this we have to do. Suppose the first bill is not 56 lakhs. First bill is only 40 lakhs. The first bill is only 40 lakhs. In this case, here see, in this case, so 40 lakhs is less than the limit. So in this case, there is no TDS because that buyer will not deduct any amount. So in this case, we will not deduct any amount, he will not deduct. So we will not show any TDS amount. So like this, we will accept this. For example, this is the first bill. For example, on 2nd April, again, we sold to the same person, same sales and same goods or different goods, whatever it may be. If it is 25 lakhs, for example, it is 25 lakhs. So the second bill is 25 lakhs. So write the bill, then CGST, then no calculation, nothing. We will not calculate any amount. We will put like this. So here, the taxable amount is, that is taxable amount, only taxable amount is 25 lakhs. And already the last amount is, last bill 40 lakhs. So total is 65 lakhs. Total is 65 lakhs. So on the 65 lakhs, we have to exempt 50 lakhs. So from the beginning, from 1st April, every bill you have to check up until it crosses 50 lakhs. We will not deduct it. The buyer will not deduct anything. So we will also not show any TDS. Okay. And once it crosses the 50 lakhs on the excess amount, we have to give. So in the first bill is more than 50 lakhs. So on the excess, we will calculate like before. Now the first bill is not more than 40, more than 50. So the buyer will not deduct any amount. So we also did not show any deduction. So in the second bill is totally, the second bill is crossing the total amount, is crossing the limit, 40 plus 25, 65. So if you deduct 50, the balance will be 15. So on this 15,000 rupees, you have to calculate. See here, 1%. 1%. If you calculate, it will be, 1 lakh, 15 lakhs into 0.1%. 0.1%. It will be 1,500. So I told you already, till when it is crossing 50 lakhs, then we have to enter manually. Okay. So if you enter manually, to TDS receivable. So we have to enter manually 1500 rupees, isn't it? The amount is only 1500. Okay. So here, so we crossed 50 lakhs and we entered. So suppose again, next time, again we are selling to the same party. We are selling to the same party, sales and the same items, maybe the same or different item, one unit, for example, 20 lakhs. Sorry. 20 lakhs, 2 lakhs, whatever it may be. 20 lakhs or 2 lakhs or 1 lakh, whatever it may be. 20 lakhs we are selling. Now, CGST, GST. Here, what is the amount you have to charge? See here, what is the amount you have to charge? Here, we'll show. It will not calculate. We have to show. I will make it. From here, we can make it automatic. Here, the 20 lakhs is that amount. We have to deduct the money. The buyer will deduct on 20 lakhs because 50 lakhs already crossed. So 50 lakh exemption completed. Hereafter, till the ending, year ending, every bill, the total taxable value, the tax will be deducted by him. So here, for this, the deduction is on 20 lakhs, we have to calculate. So on 20 lakhs into 0.1% is 2000 rupees. So we have to write it as here. We have to enter 2000 rupees here. So direct like this, we can enter manually, but from here, that is after crossing 50 lakhs, we can make it automatic, because how you know? See here, after this, in the rate column, just you give 0.1. So 0.1%. If you give 0.1, it will automatically calculate 2000. And one more thing here, the 2000 is to be calculated, the tax is to be calculated TDS on the taxable value only. So that's why you go to F12, here there is one column. Calculate tax on current total. If it is yes, it will calculate on the total amount, including the tax. But tax, on GST, there is no TDS. That is why here you have to go tax on current subtotal, make it no. If it is made no, if you make yes on the total, if you make it no, that is else means if it is not yes, else calculations are on inventory total. So if it is not not yes, then only on inventory you have to make there no, then only on the inventory, the goods item, only that is taxable value only it will calculate. So here, if you give 0.1, automatically it will calculate on the this. Remember, when you are giving here, you don't forget here, make it no, then only it will calculate on the taxable value. Okay, so like this. But here, the same thing we can do in another way. That is, even the 10% also, we can make. Now we are entering manually 0.1. Then it is calculating. But that 0.1 also can be made automatic. See here, in this case, when you are creating this, we will create under current assets. Open the current assets group. And that group, you take it. Yes. If you make it, yes, it will ask the percentage here. See here. Unit yes. It is not asking. No, it's not asking. Okay. No. So here, even if you make the setting there, that is in this, and the current assets group, if you make the setting used for calculation, if you make the setting also here, what will happen is, if you give 1.1% there, so every sales voucher, it will calculate the amount at 10%, because for this person, from this seller, we are accepting 50 lakhs. Suppose you are purchasing, that is, we are selling to some other, X and Co is the customer. We are selling the next time to another seller, another buyer. So another customer we are selling. In such a case, for that seller also, that is, for that buyer also, the exemption limit is 50 lakhs. So that buyer also will not deduct from the money, from our sales, for his purchases. He will not deduct. For each seller, from each seller, he will exempt 50 lakhs. In such a case, if you give automatic, it will calculate the total amount. That's why in the first beginning, for every seller. So when you are buying, when you are selling, in the case of every buyer, for every buyer, 50 lakhs is exempted. X and Co we are selling, exempted 50 lakhs. Y and Co, for him also again 50 lakhs. For every buyer, 50 lakhs is exempted. That is why if it is not, it should not be here. It should not be made automatic here. It should not be made automatic here. Okay. So it is better you always enter here only. Enter here only. 0.1% if you give, just 0.1. Automatically the amount will be calculated after crossing 50 lakhs only. First time when you are crossing 50 lakhs, on the excess, give manually. And after that, from next bill onwards, give manually, give 0.1 in the rate column. If you give 0.1, automatically it will calculate. Understand? Like this. So like this, Adam. So totally what we did, we deducted, totally there are 3 bills. First bill is less than the limit, so we have not deducted anything. From second bill, in the second bill, on the excess we calculated. In the third bill, we calculate on the total amount. How it will be shown here? If you go to the X and Co, here, all the 3 sales are shown. In the first sale, there is no what is this? So we have done something, some mistake we have done. The first one, oh, second one is not there. This is the 1st April. This is the first one. In the first one, this is the 1st April. This is the first item. The 20. This one. This is the first item. That is the first sale. We made it date is 25 lakhs, 25,000, 25 lakhs. So in this, there will be no tax in the first one. The first one, there will be no tax, no TDS. This is the second one. This is 2nd April. This is 2nd April. In this 56 lakhs. So on 60 lakhs, 6 lakhs we have to, they will deduct. So 600 rupees here. For 6 lakhs, it is 600 rupees. Okay. And then the third one, totally we have to, that is on 1st May, totally we have to deduct. So there are 3 bills. First bill, no deduction. Second and third bills, there is deduction. Where it will be shown, it will show in the, you can see in the TDS. See here, if you see, only first bill, 1st April, no deduction. Second bill, 600. That is an excess. Third bill and the total amount. Okay. And you see in the personal ledger also, there will be 3 ledgers, 3 bills. So 1 bill, no deduction. Second bill, 600. And the excess. Third bill, total purchase value. That is total taxable value deducted. Okay. And this will be shown in the balance sheet also. So in the balance sheet, if you go to balance sheet, Alt F1 details. Okay. On the liability side, in the dues and taxes, that we sold means we collected GST. Only the GST collected is shown on the liability credit side. That is shown on the liability side. The tax which is deducted by the buyer from us, that is our asset. That is shown on the asset side. Asset side, 2,000 rupees. See here, 2,000, asset side, 2,600 rupees credit. No. Current asset. Oh. We did some mistake here. Here, we did a mistake here. One thing here. Here, when you are doing this deduction here, don't forget. So in the case of the buyer, he is making deduction, he is calculating, automatically it will show minus. It will show minus because it is deducting. Here also it is deducting. We are giving manually, we have to give minus 600. We have to give minus 600 here. So it will give, so deduct the money, minus 600. And the second one, in the second one, so when you are making automatic, see here, we need not give minus here manually. So here, when you are giving this, see here, when you are giving the percentage, give minus 0.1. Minus 0.1, automatically it will show minus value. Okay. So like this. So deduction, TCS collected extra, it will be added. TDS means deducted. Buyer, you will make calculations, make it automatic, and it will be shown as a deduction automatically. But here we are expected to manually. We're expected to manually, but we make it automatic by giving the percentage, and the percentage we have to give as minus. Minus, it will be shown as a deduction. Okay, right. So like this, it is shown on the asset side, it is an asset. So till the end, if you see here, if you go to in the ledger, go to ledger, DAL, go to ledger, see this. So these are shown on the asset side, because on the debit side, so this is the balance. So for the whole year, whenever deductions are made, after crossing the limit, all the bills will be deducted. All the amounts will be shown here. This will be adjusted against our income tax payable to the government at the end of the year. So like this. This is about the TDS on sales. So for TCS, seller, TCS on sales, liability, duties and taxes. Same transaction, buyer, it is asset to him under current assets, TCS on purchases. In the case of TDS, if the seller is, even though the seller crosses 10 crores or not, if the buyer last year turnover crosses 10 crores, then buyer is liable to deduct the tax. So you will say he will deduct tax and pay to the government under duties and taxes. The same transaction, the seller, he will show it as receivable deduction, the deduction as TDS on sales, TDS on sale, receivable as an asset, current assets, he will show. Okay, so this is the thing about this one. And with this, I stop the topic today. And I think you practice well, learn well, and become good accountants, expert accountants, and wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye. Because the lighting is going out. Okay, bye. We'll meet in the next video.